Hey guys, Hannah here. So today I decided I would do a story time about a story that I've mentioned a couple of times before in a couple of other videos that I've filmed with Katie and Abby, and it is the story about how my dog Flynn had dislocated my knee. Okay, so it started off, it was the day before my last exam, and I had just gotten home from getting my provisional taken, and I was very excited because, like, obviously I was so excited to get my provisional, well, get the picture taken so I can get my provisional. And my sister's just given me a hat that was Disney because we were going to Florida in that September, and this was in June. And I was like Snapchatting my friends because of course, and I was like, oh yeah, Disney hat, I'm so ready for Disney. I walked into the living room, Flynn was like on his wee cycle where he full on sprints outside and runs around the table outside, comes back in and jumps back up at the window, starts barking. So yeah, I was walking in at the wrong time and he was in mid-run. He started running towards me to go try and head outside. I didn't see, I saw him coming, but I kind of like rotated in a way that was like, oh my god, get me out of the way right now. And mid-turn, Flynn ran into my left knee and like popped it out completely. Like at this stage, everyone in my family was home, but Jane was the only one in the room when it happened. And when I felt it go out, I was like, I couldn't stand. I like just collapsed. And luckily enough, I had my bag on my back, or else I would have like landed on my head. Jane thought I was like joking and like just like banged my head off the floor, and then she realized, I was like, Jane. I like literally was feeling like I couldn't even like form words. I was in such shock. And Jane realized it was serious. She came around, she saw it. It was like literally my knee was 90 degrees out. Jane's immediate response was like, she couldn't even look at it. She called the rest of my family in. Everyone came running in. Everyone was like, like no one could react. My parents couldn't even stay in the same room. But my immediate response after the shock was, where's my phone? I need to Snapchat this. So I started Snapchatting my friends again because I was like, yeah, I just dislocated my knee. And my mum was like in the kitchen frantically ringing for the ambulance, and I was like, yeah, you know, yeah. But I just can't get over this. Before this, I never I've been very cautious because I'm like accident prone. But yeah, I tend to avoid getting into anything that will lead to an accident. And yeah, this is just like a big kick in the ass. I was still lying there on the floor, like I literally couldn't move. I was like on my left side, I was like, I couldn't move my legs. It was like by this stage I could start feeling the pressure in my knee because I had to wait half an hour for the first responder to appear. And it was this guy, and he was so nice. But he came in, saw me, started asking me questions about myself. I was answering, and he had given me some laughing gas, and it was great. I like kept inhaling that so much because like I was like, yay, I feel like a feather, light as a feather, I'm flying. I was really laughy and weird on it, like everyone talks about it, like I'd never had it before, and I was just like yeah. My sister Molly, while on the laughing gas, decided to Snapchat my friends videos of me on this laughing gas. Oh god, like they were not expecting that. Keep in mind, I did have an exam the next day as well, as I mentioned at the start. And I forgot to mention the main star of this video, Flynn. Where was he in this time? He was kicked out of the room and like in the kitchen, and while I was on the laughing gas, I was like, Flynn, I love you, no matter what, I still love you. Like even doing that and on laughing gas, I still love that dog. Anyway, yeah, and then he gave me morphine for the pain, obviously, which worked for a while. Like I couldn't feel it at all. I was just like, this is great, I'm loving life, just keep me on this laughing gas, I'll be fine for life. And then about 10 minutes later, the ambulance came, like the actual ambulance, and they came in and they were like, they saw me and they saw how I was acting, and they were like, you've had quite a bit of laughing gas, haven't you? I don't think you need any more. I was like, no, give me more. Well, first of all, they had to like attempt to try and pop my knee back in. That was not fun, like, because even though I was on laughing gas, I could feel him, like, this is gonna sound really disgusting, but like jiggling around my kneecap and being like, ooh. He was like moving it around, he was saying, can you feel it yet? And he like, I try not to focus on it, I was like this, like, don't focus on it, don't focus on it. But they did pop it back in, which was good, because that meant I didn't have to like get it popped back in at the hospital. But it wasn't really, like, it was painful, but it wouldn't have been as wasn't as painful because I was on the gas and the morphine. So thank God that was back in, but I obviously couldn't move my leg. I was told not to move it. Got on the stretcher, was brought outside. I was causing drama in the hamlet that I live in, because like nothing ever happens there. There's an ambulance outside. I'm being put into the ambulance when there's a paramedic who lives across the road from me, and he came out to see what was happening, and one of the ambulance guys started talking to him. I couldn't see him, but me still in laughing gas, I yelled out his name. Keep in mind, I had never talked to this guy before in my life. And I was just like, hi! And like, and my dad came with me in the ambulance, so that was good. I was talking to them, I was like, it wasn't too bad of a journey, I just couldn't move. And like, got to the hospital, yeah, it took quite a while to get to the hospital, because it's like at least half an hour to an hour drive from where I'm from. It depends on traffic. And I was in the hospital, I was in a wheelchair, put into a wheelchair, which was one of those ones where like your leg is up on a like holder thing, and I was in the A&E for like basically the majority of the day, because I got home at like 4. This was now like 5 o'clock. I was in the hospital. Surprisingly enough, I saw Katie and her mum there and her dad, which was I had forgot she was there that day, and I was like, what? And then I just been on laughing gas. It was kind of wearing off at this point. I had to basically sit there. I made sure my mum had got there before us, because obviously my dad came with me in the ambulance. My mum had drove up. She brought stuff just in case, because we didn't know how long I was going to be there, if I was going to have to be there overnight. So my sister Molly had packed stuff, like obviously pajamas, stuff, all that kind of stuff, and books because it was an English exam the next day, so the books I had to read for it. We were all there. We were literally there from like 8-9 o'clock. Because it was my first time I dislocated my knee, and I had to get a cast basically. And this was around like, I got the cast on at like 11 o'clock, half 11, because I was like, obviously there were so many people there, it was such a busy day. I just wanted to like, throughout the duration of sitting in the waiting room, I was like, just take me home. I'll happily walk on this leg. I don't care if I dislocate again, just give me some more of the laughing gas and I'll be sweet. But no, I had to stay there. Eventually, yeah, around half 11, I got like seen by a doctor, and I was going to get a cast on. Put the cast on. It took a while actually. It took longer than I thought it would, and it was very messy. It's like, you don't want to get that on your boobs. So I got it on, and obviously my legs, like, it was only up to like just above my knee. And then I eventually was allowed to leave at like 12 o'clock, and obviously we were like, I hadn't ate since like that day, like that morning. So I had to, my parents were like, oh, do you want to go to McDonald's? I was like, yes. And obviously I was still in the wheelchair when I left. I had to like bum shuffle myself into the car, because obviously I can't use one leg. I was given crutches, shuffled myself back in, and we went to McDonald's. I was like literally sitting up in the back seat with my leg up on the chair. Yeah, I got McDonald's. My parents weren't a big fan of it. I like love McDonald's, so I was like, yeah, give me all the food, please. And then we got back home. I got home at like 1 o'clock. We got home at like 1 o'clock in the morning, and I had an exam the next day. Thank God it was an afternoon exam. My mum was like, do you still want to do it? And I was like, yeah, I'm still like, I've done all my A levels now, might as well get the last one done out of the way because it was a 2.5-hour exam for English, and I was like, it's fine, I can deal with it. I had to sleep downstairs because our house has stairs, and obviously I couldn't walk up them. My sisters had to help me. It was hard to like change because like obviously I was not used to the cast yet. I was like, I don't want to break my leg again. Well, I didn't break it, dislocated it, but you know, didn't want to injure it more. So I changed, slept downstairs, woke up, got ready for the exam. I obviously couldn't wear my skirt or tights or anything. So, well, I could wear my skirt, but I was like, nah, because my lower leg was like, you know. And so I wore tracksuit bottoms and went in. I brought obviously a form and stuff, a letter and stuff saying from the doctor, because my mum went to the doctor that day to get a letter saying about it. Went in. It was so funny because I saw my RE teacher, one of my RE teachers was there. He walked in. I was waiting outside the hall because I was going into a separate room to do my exam so I could put my leg up. And he looked at me and I grabbed my crutches because I was adjusting to the crutches. I like hobbled over to him. He turned around and he was like, oh my god, what happened to you? Like full on shocked. And I was like, I just started laughing, and I was like, I explained it, and he was like, that dog though, because he's heard all about this dog. And yeah, so he was asking me, he was like, basically we're chatting, and then he had to go, but like it was just great seeing people's reactions to my cast, because it literally, I'd seen quite a few of the people the day before. Next day I come in with a cast, okay. But basically, yeah, I went into the exam, I had my leg up in a chair for 2.5 hours. It was quite uncomfortable. Eventually got through it. My sisters took me to the cinema that day to see Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, and we couldn't sit too high up because obviously I couldn't use the crutches and get up too high, so we got up to like the first one. It was like still adjusting to the cast. It was so uncomfortable. Going fast forward a bit now, a couple of weeks in, I was still adjusting to being on the crutches. I was like very stubborn though, and I didn't want to use the crutches, so a couple of times I was just walking. I was like, because it wasn't as painful anymore, I couldn't really feel it, so I was just walking on the cast. I know I shouldn't have, but I was just like, you know, screw it. And so I had obviously at this stage had to go to a couple of appointments at the hospital. I went to one for a checkup, and this was a very crucial appointment because I was in July going with my sisters to see Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. I really wanted to go. Like, I've been wanting to go see this for ages, like since it like released, and we went like in the summer there. And basically this was crucial. I was like, oh my god, we were finding out about, like, we were all saying, oh, I'm probably going to need another cast, and even the nurse who was like checking the cast was like, oh, we're like, who was going to cut it off because I was getting it cut at this appointment. And she was just like, yeah, you're probably going to need another cast. And I was like, because it was only like a couple of weeks away till the Harry Potter thing, and it, like in London, like those buildings like have, they're like, I don't know if they have any elevators, but they have like so many stairs. You're just like, ugh. Okay, I was like, oh god, I'm gonna have to get this on again. So I was looking at colours. There was not that many options. I just said it was, I think, red, white, pink and blue, and I was like, give me some more options please. But anyway, the doctor came in. It was obviously another young guy, of course. It was cut off, so he was like, with my leg, basically my leg was straight out, and I hadn't used this leg properly in 2 weeks. I haven't bent it, and I'm telling you, I would not want to go through this again. But basically he was like trying to get me to bend my leg for the first time since I like had dislocated it, because he was like, oh yeah, no, we're not, I don't think you're going to need another cast, but I'm going to have to get an x-ray. He tried to bend my leg. He was like lift your leg as high as you can. So basically my leg was like this and I was like, it was like this straight, and I was like, that's as far as I can bend it. I was like, no. I was like, I literally physically could not lift it anymore. And he was like, come on, try. And I was like, ugh. I only got it a wee bit higher, but no, I couldn't. So he had to help me. He grabbed my leg and bent it to about, I'm telling you, like here. And I was nearly in tears. It is the most painful thing I've ever felt. Like, even bending it just a bit. I was like, oh my god. I was like trying not to like burst into tears. It was that painful. I don't normally cry when I injure myself because I injure myself a lot, because I had not physically used this. I was like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. So so I could not like bend it anymore, so that was that. And he was like, okay, you need to go get, and I had to go get the x-ray. So basically yeah, I was in a wheelchair because I didn't want to risk me walking on it. So I got to the x-ray. The girl, I was sat on the thing on the bed in the x-ray room. She was like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna put your feet under the chair and like slowly move it in to bend your legs so we can, because they need to get an x-ray of under my kneecap. She put my feet were under the chair, like the bottom of the chair, and she was pushed it in, so my leg was like this. I had not bent my leg. Like, I barely bent my leg like this the first time, and it was painful. Let me tell you, that was a new form of pain when I was getting the x-ray, and I had to hold this for like 30 seconds. I was like, I had to bite my lip and try not to swear like a sailor. I was like, my eyes were like glazed up with tears. I was like, I can't do this, I can't do this. And I was like, then it got this motivation in me. I was like, you know what, I can do this, I can do this. And I barely remember. I was like, block out the pain, block out the pain. But yeah, so that was the worst of it. I came out, was in the wheelchair. I think basically that was the worst of it. I think they recommended me they said I had to go to physiotherapy. So, but other than that, I think that's pretty much it. I was able to go home. I had to be careful with my leg though. Physio wasn't too bad actually. I only had to go twice because it wasn't too bad. I just had to do a couple of exercises like lunges and stuff, and I was like, oh, exercise. But yeah, in my head I'm still like, I can't believe this all happened because of a dog, a wee cute border collie. Yeah, I literally dedicated a video to last time. Just saying, I still love that dog. But yeah. Oh god. But yeah, I've pretty much been fine since. Haven't dislocated it anymore. Pretty great. I can bend it, I can walk, which is great. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video and my story time of my unfortunate events. But yes, like and subscribe if you liked the video. Comment down below what you want to see from me or Abby or Katie, and I'll see you next time.